The election that we just witnessed have been conducted and results announced as programmed. It is a clear vision from electoral rules and guidelines as we were promised. This election did not meet the minimum standard expected of a free, transparent, credible, fair election. It will go down as one of the most controversial elections ever conducted in Nigeria. The good and hardworking people of Nigeria have again been robbed by our supposed leaders whom they trusted. However, let me humbly and most respectfully appeal to all Nigerians to remain peaceful, law-abiding, and conduct themselves in most responsible manner. Please be assured that Dati and I, and indeed all of us, this is not the end, but the beginning of the journey for a birth of new Nigeria. Dati Baba Ahmed and I remain absolutely undaunted and deeply committed to the project of a new Nigeria that will be built on honesty, transparency, fairness, justice, equity. All the above starts with the process. The process through which people come into office is far more fundamental, more important than what they do thereafter. It's my belief, and I've maintained so consistently, that if you must answer His Excellency, the process through which you arrive to office must be excellent. We must now require that we do the right things in order to generate the required confidence and moral authority to lead. As you know, the destruction of a society begin and gradually progress when we act rascally or with deliberate manipulation of the rule of law and suppression of the will of the people. During my campaign process, I would say that we will govern by the rule of law, because we know what not doing that will bring about. And that's why we insisted that. Let me reiterate and assure you that good people of Nigeria that will explore all legal and peaceful action to reclaim our mandate. We won the election, and we will prove it to Nigerians. Oh, yeah. Please do not despair. We have elections coming up on the 11th. I enjoin you to go out, campaign, and bring out people to again come out and vote in that election. We still have so many massive support out there that we need for our subnational and state assemblies. Please come out and be part of that election. I assure you that I will be part of it. I assure you that I am totally committed for a better future in this country. And nothing will stop that. Daddy's commitment, my commitment is total. Rest assured that your support will not be in vain. And you will not find us wanting. I'll be at the forefront. We will walk through this darkness until day break. It's something. I know because we do the right thing. Their children are involved. The future of their children are involved. I had an experience today, just today, and I told my chairman, I choose whenever I meet a young person, I want to know what that young person loves. So you see me every day talking to young people. So just this morning, I went somewhere with the chairman, and a young lady was to boil water for me to make tea. I said, I will do it. He said she will do it. She was excited to do it. She was worried, and she said to me, she was almost in tears that I lost the election. And I said, so what's your name? She said she's just called her name. I said, so who are you? She said she was from Nasarawa. So I said, where do you go to school? She said she went to University of Nasarawa. I said, so what do you do? She said she has no job. She graduated in 2018. I said, so what are you trying to do? She told me she's learned how to do baking. So why are you not baking instead of being here to do this? She said she doesn't have 75,000 naira to buy an oven.
Okay, so many people at the back there. So what I'm going to do is...
That's the life you get in Nigeria. People who don't have money to buy an oven.
Okay, so those are the back. I'll recognize two people from the back so that you can, because of the time it takes you.
Let me reiterate. And I assure you that good people of Nigeria that will explore all legal and peaceful options to reclaim our mandates. We won the election, and we will prove it to Nigerians. I had an experience today, just today, and I told my chairman, I choose whenever I meet a young person, I want to know what that young person loves. So you see me every day talking to young people. So just this morning, I went somewhere with the chairman, and a young lady was to boil the water for me to make tea. I said, I will do it. She said she will do it. She was excited to do it. She was worried, and she said to me, she was almost in tears when I lost the election. And I said, so what's your name? She said she's just called her name. I said, so who are you? She said she was from Nasarawa. So I said, where do you go to school? She said she went to University of Nasarawa. I said, so what do you do? She said she has no job. She graduated since 2018. I said, so what are you trying to do? She told me she's learned how to do baking. So why are you not baking instead of being here to do this? She said she doesn't have 75,000 naira to buy an oven.
Okay, so many people at the back there. So what I'm going to do is...
That's the life you get in Nigeria. People who don't have money to buy it.
Okay, so those are the back. I recognize two people from the back so that you can, because of the time it takes you to move. You be coming, let me call someone from one to one.
Good morning. Yes, sir. My name is Dick Sanirego. I anchor Nigeria right now.
There's so many other Nigerians. The election that we just witnessed have been conducted and results announced as programmed. It is a clear vision from electoral rules and guidelines as we were promised. This election, as you know, did not meet the minimum standard expected of a free, transparent, credible, fair election. It will go down as one of the most controversial elections ever conducted in Nigeria. The good and hard-working people of Nigeria have again been robbed by our supposed leaders whom they trusted. However, let me humbly and most respectfully appeal to all Nigerians to remain peaceful, law-abiding, and conduct themselves in most responsible manner. Please be assured that Dati and I, and indeed all of us, this is not the end, but the beginning of the journey for a birth of new Nigeria. Dati Baba Ahmed and I remain absolutely undaunted and deeply committed to the project of a new Nigeria that will be built on honesty, transparency, fairness, justice, equity. All the above starts with the process. The process through which people come into office is far more fundamental, more important than what they do thereafter. It is my belief, and I've maintained so consistently, that if you must answer His Excellency, the process through which you arrive to office must be excellent. We must now require that we do the right things in order to generate the required confidence and moral authority to lead. As you know, the destruction of a society begins and gradually progress when we act.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shewa Kimberley. I'm a reporter with Channels Television. I'd like to ask you, it does look, I have two questions, and they are quick ones. You said that you're going to reclaim, and you said you won the election. If you'd like to expatiate on what you meant by that, in what areas do you think, because your speech does look to me like the elections is flawed as far as you're concerned. What are the evidence that you have to support the claim about the conduct of the election? And if you can tell us which areas, what are the aspects of the elections you think that are not right? The second part of my question is the journey since Saturday election. You seem to have formed an alliance with other political parties like the PDP. Are you doing this challenge on the election or the outcome of the election alongside with them? How much of partnership do you have with the PDP? Have you spoken to the candidate of the PDP? What kind of alliance are you forming? Again, because of the sensitivity of the outcome, the nation went into a very crucial and tense election, came out of it, things, the nation is still very tense. And also, we discovered that the nation at this time needs to come together. What kind of words are you going to send out to your supporters and your followers in respect to the fact that we must have a nation first, and then we must be able to keep the nation together? And lastly, have you spoken? Have you reached out to the man that has been declared winner for Latin? Thank you.
Well, you did ask me the process and the areas. If I tell you all this, I don't know what I'll be telling the court. We have passed the stage of that because we were asked to go to the court. Isn't that what I said? So let's go there. Remember that I'm obedient. I want to to go where I'm directed to go. So, and then you will see where and how. Or just to give you an emphasis, in 2015, the number of registered voters, if I can remember, is about, what was it again? About 67 million registered voters and 29.4 voted. In 2019, that tally increased to about 84 million. And about 28.4 million voted. And then we were told that about 11 million registered in 2022, if I'm correct, which brought the registration to about 95, but 87 collected their PVC because of the issue of not being able to collect their PVC. But only 23.3 million voted. You can see how Nigeria works. So we have an increase of 11 million. And the voters dropped by sharply by over 20% instead of increasing. The reason it was due to manipulation and reduction and removal and inputs of votes here and there. Because otherwise the number is supposed to have increased. It didn't increase. Because people were busy doing what is wrong.